Okay, so our concept is like overloading. Okay, let me repeat again. Another concept in OOPS is like overloading. So in Python, overloading is like support. Can I implement or not? If I implement, how to implement? Okay, if not implement, there is not an issue. Okay, next one is like, if you want to implement, first of all you should come to know like what is overloading or not. So what is overloading? Any function or method if they satisfy these two conditions. Okay, the function or method name should be same, the signature is different. Now you can ask a question, what is signature? Signature is nothing but these three sections come under signature. If the number of arguments come under signature, order of argument come under signature, and type of argument come under signature or not. Yes or no? These all come under signature only. Okay, now I taken like one variable, one function, okay, f1 with a, another one is like f1 with b. If you observe here, the first condition is satisfied, the function or method name is same. The second one is like number of arguments, how many? One. Here how many? One only. Different or same? Same. Order, more than one argument is there, I can see the order, this one first to this one last, but here only one argument is there. Okay, no need to consider the order. The next one is like type of argument. My question is, do we have any type for the variables in Python like Java or C? In C, if you want to create one variable, if you want to create one variable with the name amount with the value 1000, how we can create? Int amount equals to 1000, like this we are going to create. But if you come to this Python, okay, if you come to the Python, if you want to create a variable, simply we can create like this, but we not mention the type or not. Or because in Python, okay, we don't have any type. In Python, we don't have any type for the variables or not. Understood, everyone? So that here, this f1 and this f1 both are like overloaded methods or not overloaded methods. Overloaded methods or not overloaded methods? Come on.
Not
Overloaded, not overloaded methods or not. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to write some other stuff. See, df sum a comma b print a plus b. Okay na? df sum a comma b comma c print a plus b plus c. A plus b plus c. df sum a, okay, print a. Okay, I have three functions. First condition is what? Function name is same or not? Come on. Function
same.
name is like same. Arguments or number of arguments, signature is different or not? Any one of the condition can satisfy. Signature is different or not? Come on.
Yes.
Here, how many arguments are there? Two arguments are
Two.
there. Here, how many arguments are there? Three arguments are there. Here, how many arguments are there? One argument or not? One argument or not? Yes or no? Okay, so as per our definition, can I say my sum is like my sum is a overloaded method? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Overloaded method or not? Okay, as per our definition, I can say this is like a overloaded method. But now I can check. I want to check it. If I write like sum 1 comma 2, what is your expected output? If I write sum 1 comma 2 comma 3, what is your expected output? If I write sum 2, what is your expected output? Come on. Tell me. Sum 1 2. Sum 1 2 3. What is your expected output? 6. Here.
So,
This is my expected output or not? So really, if I get this expected output, yes, okay, my sum is like a overloaded method, it is working as expected or not? Yes or no? Okay, if it is not gives me this kind of message, okay, this kind of result, we can think why it is not giving. Shall we check it? Okay, let's go. Now go to this. Shall I go to my Python workspace? Jupyter notebook. Yeah. Let me create a new notebook, okay? So this is like overloading. Well, let me take definition as I said. That gives me something different, right? Okay, we choose like a different kernel, I guess. Now, can I select the kernel? Okay, now you can see the syntax highlighted or not. df sum as I written print a plus b. Okay, na? df sum a comma b comma c. Uh, right, a plus b plus c. Now af sum a, we can write like print a. Nah, done. Now if I write like sum, okay, 1 comma 2, okay, expected output is what? Expected output is what?
3.
3. Expected output is like 3. Now if you come here, I if I write like sum 1 comma 2 comma 3, if I write like sum 1, now by seeing this error message, okay, you said like as per our definition, function or method name is the same. Signature is different. Signature is nothing but number of arguments or type of arguments or what order of arguments, as I said. So signature is different or not. Number of arguments 2, number of arguments 3, number of arguments 1. Signature is different or not? Yes, signature is different. So you said like what? It is like a overloaded method. Okay, my sum is like a overloaded method. Okay, as per our definition, it's like a overloaded method looks like. But if it is like really overloaded method, my expect output should come, right? What is my expect output? Sum 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 is there, then the time I'm expecting like 3, but given like what? Some take g1 positional argument, but 2 were given. Here some take 0 positional argument, but 3 were given, but the last one sum of 1, it gives me 1. It gives me 1. Hmm? 1. What happened? Hmm? By seeing this one, okay, how the sum, okay, sum is looks like. Sum take one positional argument, but 2 were given. That means my sum, how many are taken? Parameters. How many parameters taken? One parameter. But how many you given? 2 were given or not? Yes or no? Here also, if you observe, sum take how many positional arguments? One positional. But how many given? 3 you given. But here it is working. That means I have three functions are there. Which function is like inactive? Which function is like inactive? Now, the function with one parameter or two or three. The function with one parameter, two parameters, or three parameters, three parameters, right? Okay, now you can ask a question. Why? Okay, I written like three functions with different parameters only, but why in Python takes the last one only? Why not the function with two parameters? Why not the function with three parameters? That is the question or not? Yes or no? Come on, agree with me or not? I have, okay, multiple functions I written with the same name, with different arguments only. But still, which one is the last one? That one it's taken, but remaining two are like not, okay, two are like not considered. The final sum is contains how many parameters or how many arguments? My final sum contains how many parameters or how many arguments? Tell me. My final sum contains how many parameters or how many arguments? Only one. It is not take okay, two, three like that. Okay, so my question is why? Why? My question is why? For example, if I cut this one, if I add this one, then what happen? Which sum is going to consider? Which sum is going to consider? Now, missing one required positional argument C. Now, here 6. Here, missing two required positional arguments B and C. So, if you observe this sum, which one is like inactive? Sum with how many parameters? Sum with how many parameters? Three parameters, three arguments or not. So, it is considered the last one. Why? That is the question. Why? That is the question. As per my definition, it is like a overloaded method only. But in Python, the overloading, okay, function overloading or method overloading, by seeing this one, is it supported or not supported? Is it gives me expected output or not giving? Okay, not giving. Is it giving an expected output or not giving? It is not giving an expected output. If it is not giving an expected output, can I say this is like what? Can I say it is going to support? Okay, it is like support overloading or not support overloading. It is not support overloading. Then justify why it is not supporting. Why my Python is not support for overloading. What is the reason behind this one? Okay, perfect. Now come here. See, number of arguments are different. That's okay, fine. Number of arguments are different. Now the next one, signature is nothing but three things, right? Number of arguments, order of arguments, type of arguments. Number of arguments are different. That's okay. That's okay. Looks good. But can you check for remaining type and order? Now tell me, this example only you can take it, or you can write one more. I have a definition F2. Okay, here my print to A. Print to A. Now I have a definition. Okay, F2 only B. Now print B. Okay, now F2 I called with Sachin. The next F2 I called with 10. Now my question is very simple, straight question. I have one argument. I have one argument. First one I considered, okay, this one I considered like my A is like which type? My A is like which type? First one I considered my A is like which type? Come on, string type or not? The second one, my B is like which type? Okay, number type or not? Number type or not? If I change this one 10, this one to Sachin, will it work or not work? Will it work or not work?
It works.
It works, right? Okay, am I able to differentiate? Come on, am I able to differentiate? This is the string type, or this is the integer type in Python. Am I able to differentiate? If I remove this one, this can be access any and this can be access any or not. So in this particular one, I can pass string here 10 now. Here after that, here I can pass 10. Here I can pass like a string. There is no difference or not. If you are not able to differentiate, if you come here, now see this number of arguments. Okay, now my type of arguments, are you able to differentiate? Tell me, are you able to differentiate the type of arguments in Python? Are you able to differentiate the Python okay, type of arguments in Python? Okay, if you take like the same function in Java, I'm going to write like what, string, okay, string a, like this. The next one is like int b. Now I am able to differentiate or not in Java? Tell me. The f2, first one is like string only. The f2 here number only. I am able to differentiate or not these two? But here, by seeing this one, am I able to differentiate? Tell me, this is the string 1, this is the integer 1, or this is the integer, okay, this is the integer 1, or this is the string 1. Am I able to differentiate in Python? Tell me, am I able to differentiate in Python? No, right? No, right? That the reason. See, in the signature, number of arguments satisfied, but the type of argument satisfied or not satisfied? Tell me, am I able to differentiate or not? Signature is different means, okay, type, can I say this is like a string or this is like int like this? Am I able to differentiate or not differentiate? Tell me in Python. Come on, am I able to differentiate or not? I am not able to differentiate or not. That is one thing. The next one is like, if I write like a comma b, if I write like b comma a, am I able to differentiate the order? Am I able to differentiate the order? Tell me. Okay, first I passed like f to Sachin 10. Okay, now string, next integer. If I write like f to 10 comma Sachin, will it work or not work? Come on, will it work or not work?
It works.
Works, right? Okay, if I change this one to 10 no Sachin, will it work or not work? Will it work or not work? Will it work or not work? Come on.
Works.
Works, right? That means order, am I able to differentiate? Order, am I able to differentiate? If the type is there, okay, anyhow I can try. I can try to do some differentiation in order. Okay, first integer or second, next one is like string, first one is like string, second one is like integer, like this I can differentiate. But if it is like there has no type for that particular argument, I am not able to maintain the order or not. Yes or no? I am not able to differentiate the order or not. Tell me. Function name is like same, signature is different, I said. Among this, signature means three conditions. Am I able to differentiate the arguments? Yes, no. Am I able to differentiate the arguments? Yes, no. Yes. Am
Yes.
I able to differentiate the type? Am I able to? No, right? Am I able to differentiate the order? If the type is not there, how we can differentiate the order? I'm not able to. So signature wise, only one, this one only satisfied. But if you come to this one and this one, my overloading is like failed or not. That the reason this particular definition entirely it is not working as expected. Okay, except number of arguments, remaining two conditions are like failed as per signature. I'm not able to differentiate the signature. That the reason finally they not support for what, overloading or not in Python. Understood, everyone? Okay, why it is not support means because of the type is not there for the variables in Python or not. If the type is there, I can differentiate the type. I can differentiate the order based on the type or not. First integer, next string. First string, next integer. I'm able to differentiate or not. Because the type is not there. One is like this one also failed and this one also failed or not. Agree with me all or? If anybody asks what is overloading, what is your answer? Okay, function or method. Name is same, but signature is different. Signature is nothing but three things come under signature: number of arguments, type of arguments, and order of arguments. Number of arguments may be satisfied, but my type and my order will not satisfied because my Python is not having the type for the variables. That the reason one is like satisfied, but remaining two are like failed. So finally, okay, my Python people considered, okay, type is not there, we not support for the overloading, don't use that concept. Understood, everyone? Okay, now so far you saw like what within the okay, functions only. Within the class, can we check it? I have a class A is there. Here I have one function. First of all, it is like valid or invalid? Tell me. If I write like this, is it like valid or invalid? Hmm? If it is like okay, the syntax looks like this, is it valid or invalid? Tell me.
Valid.
Syntactically, it is valid only. How we can call this particular function? If this is which kind of function? Instancer, statica, classa. Instancer, statica, classa. Instance methods, right? So can I call my instance method by using class name? Can I call it? Can I call my instance method by using a class name? Yes, you can call it. You can call it, but recommended to call by using a object. But if I call this one, see this, a missing two required positional arguments b comma c. What it means? F1, F1, F1 you written. Okay, now tell me, they're not considered. What happened? Why this is like last one only it's taking? Now you can answer it. Okay, in Python, signature they considered or not considered? Signature, they considered or not considered? They're not considered. Whenever they're not considered, F1 you written again same name. So this one is override by this one. Okay, now again you written one more F1. No, they not considered the signature. Okay, now this F1 override by this F1. So finally, which F1 is there? Finally, the last F1 only there or not? Yes or no? Finally, the last F1 only there or not? Agreed with me? In Python, overloading concept is not there. That is proved. If the overloading concept is not there, they not considered the signature. Okay, this spot they not considered. Okay, argument spot they not considered. Whenever they not consider argument part, F1 they defined. Again, so same they defined. If they defined same, the old one is override by this one or not. But again, you define the same. So this one override by this one or not. So finally, which one is there? F1. This one function only there. So that, okay, this function is expecting three parameters, but you given like only one. So you can get like what? A, F1, missing two required positional arguments, B and C or not. Understood? Come on. Agree with me? Are okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so finally you can conclude one point. In Python, overloading concept, overloading, can you implement or not? That means I mean support or not support. First question. In Python, overloading will support or not support? Overloading. Come on, in Python, overloading will support or not support? Okay, not support. Why it is not support? Why? Because in Python, there is no type for the variables. I am not able to differentiate the variables based on the type. So in Python, what happened? Okay, the signature they're not considered. Why? Because they're not having the type. So if the signature is not considered, they treated all the functions like what? Same function. So the latest one overrides remaining all or not. so that it is always takes the latest one. Whenever it takes the latest one, if you try to take the first or second, if you access, then that time you can get the error or not. So that you can say, okay, my overloading concept is not support in Python because of there has no type for the variables or not. Like that you can say. Understood, everyone? One, any questions? Anyone have any questions? Hmm? Okay, we have different types of overloading. Okay, overloading mechanisms are there. One is like variable overloading, another one is like constructor overloading, another one is like method overloading in the class. Okay, now I can say F1 is what? I can say my F1 is what? A method. Okay, now you written like the same method, but signature is different. It is not support, but it is a kind of what looks like method overriding your overloading you are implementing or not. For example, if I write like a equals to 10, again a equals to 100. Okay, if I write like this, then what happened? This kind of stuff I can say like what? Okay, operator overloading, I will show you. Okay, operator overloading. Okay, plus okay, minus, like that we can do it. We'll show you. The next one is like constructor also there. Constructor. Okay, how we can write a constructor also one kind of method only, right? Okay, here if I write like self a comma b. Okay, this is one. Another one is like, can I write like this def underscore underscore init self. Okay, self a. If I write, then the time what happened? Tell me the difference. Here the method name is same. Here the method name is same. The next one is like what? Okay, the signature is different or not? Signature. Okay, signature is different or not? See the signature here, three parameters are there. Here two parameters are there. But it looks like constructor overloading. But will it support or not support? Which one is like considerable now? Okay, first one or second one? First one or second one? Which one is like considerable?
Second.
Second one or not? Why? Because in Python there has no overloading concept. It is not, so it is not considered the arguments list. That is the reason init and here also init, so that the previous one override by this one or not. So the last one is having two arguments or not. Okay, the next one is like operator overloading is there. Operator. Okay, that at the time of polymorphism, I will tell you okay how the operator overloading is going to work. Okay, now if you write like this, then what happens? Simply a equals 10, a equals to 100, a equals to 100. Then what happened? Okay, in general, what is my a value? If I write like this, a equals to 10, a equals to okay 100, a equals to 0. Okay, what is my a value?
0.
A value, this one you know, right? Okay, this is the valid syntax, and this one is like override by okay override by this one, and this one is override by this one or not. It is like a valid syntax only. One variable you can define any number of times. Which one is the last one? That one is overrides the previous one values or not? Yes or no? Okay, this is like a valid syntax only. Just syntactically it is valid. We can define the variable, any number of variables you can define. With the same name you can define the variables any number of times. That's not an issue. Understood about overloading? So if anybody asks okay overloading support in Python or not, is overloading support in Python or not? Okay, it is not a support. The next one is like what? Overriding. Overriding. Okay, now how we can implement the overriding? How we can implement the overriding? Okay, by seeing this one you only tell. I have a function, you can say def okay f1 def f1 print such. I have def f1 only. Okay, F1 only. Okay, print Dhoni. Okay, print Dhoni. Okay, in general. Now here, see df df f1 f1 arguments how many 0 0, but the definition, if you observe here, how many statements are there? How many statements are there? The definition, this one has how many statements? How many statements you have? Two statements. But this one have how many statements? Two or one?
One.
One statement. So I'm telling like this F1 is like a overloaded method. Overloaded method. How we can say means very simple. This is my function heading and this is my function body. In my function body, how many statements are there? Two statements are there. This is my function heading and this is my function body. Okay, now you can define overriding. Very simple. Function heading is same. Yes or no? Function heading is same. Yes or no? Here also
Yes.
DFF1 and here also DFF1. Function heading is same, but definition is different or not? Yes or no? That kind of methods I can say overriding methods. That kind of methods I can say like a overriding methods. Understood? Got my point?
Yes.
Okay, how we can implement and all this stuff with examples we'll see in tomorrow's session. Okay then, thank you guys. Thanks for joining.